Us guys, welcome to my home dojo. Today's video is all about how to get more speed in your kicks. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few ideas, a few drills, a few things you can work on so that you can kick faster, get to your opponent faster and hit them before they have the chance to defend. All right, now this first drill, this is one I picked up off of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, but in all fairness, if you've practiced taekwondo or karate or freestyle kickboxing, you've probably done drills like this an awful lot. What we're going to do is we're going to take a technique. So for my example today, I'm going to go with a lead leg roundhouse kick. So top part of the foot, and again, we can throw this to the body or we can shoot this up to the head. And what I'm going to practice and what I'm going to focus on is my economy of movement. Economy of movement, what I mean by that is it's tidying up the technique so that only what is necessary is left to get it from A, which is of course on the floor, our start position, to B, which is the target where we're getting it to the kick. So I'm getting rid of any of the back foot step. I'm trying to make sure that there isn't any of this happening to set up my leg to get it up. I'm not working it as a switch kick, so I'm not bringing it back to then lift it up. All of these would be adding movement unnecessarily to my technique. All I'm working on is my ability to lift my kick from there to there as quick as possible, with as little excess movement as I can do. Now, not only are we going to develop the speed of the technique this way, but we're going to be able to develop power without needing so much momentum from the rest of our body. So initially, we're just looking for the speed. Get to the target, get back. Get to the target, get back. Then, without losing that economy of motion, without losing that speed, we want to start trying to develop the snap. So then we're starting to generate power when we're hitting and working to that target. Now ideally, either record yourself doing this or get a mirror so that you can see yourself doing this and start to become really aware, like a poker player, of all your tells, all the little things that your body do that's going to give away to your opponent that you're about to throw the kick. You see, a big part of speed is not necessarily that you're physically moving faster, but that by the time they've read what's happening, it's too late. So it might not be that your kick is slow, but it might be that your kick starts with your front arm coming down. So as you go to kick, your front arm does this, and then your leg comes up. And it's not that they're reading the kick, it's not that they've seen the foot, it's that they've seen this micro movement before you've even begun to lift your leg to the target. So be really aware of it, keeping your guard nice and steady, holding your stance, looking at the target, and going straight up, boom, and back down from that target, okay? Now I've worked that with a roundhouse kick, but of course you can work this off of any technique you want, lead leg, back leg, and really just refine that kick down to a fine point so that you can just execute it upon will. Now this doesn't mean that you're not going to throw it off the back leg. So a drill that I like to practice all the time is ensuring that I can shoot my back leg roundhouse kick to the body in exactly the same fashion. So from here, it's setting myself in a right position and just practicing bringing that back leg, boom, straight through to the target and then back to my start point, okay? Now that's just practicing the speed of executing the technique, okay? The other thing we can do is practice clean setups that put us in an ideal position to throw that kick. Now let's take that back leg roundhouse kick that I was just throwing there, bringing that up and round to here. For me, I've practiced and worked on some real specific setups, and I've got a bunch of them for different situations and different opponents. Most simple one for us to practice today is working it off of a lead jab. So if I'm in right stance, I'm shooting my right jab, boom, boom, and coming straight off with that back leg roundhouse kick. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build that pattern into my body, that my body understands that from this position, it's loaded up and geared up to then, boom, shoot that back leg kick round into the body, okay? And again, if you create a bunch of these setups, so you've got 3 or 4 different ones, you're gonna have these built in that you can go through an ABC system with your opponent. You throw the first kick, boom, it gets checked, they block it. Then you set it up off the jab, pop, boom, maybe that one sneaks through. Maybe it doesn't. It doesn't sneak through, you set up off the lead chamber and come around with that back leg. Those are 3 different setups to land the same kick. Now I know we're talking about kicking speed, but remember, it's not always about kicking faster than your opponent, it's about them not reading it in time. And if you can use setups and use alternate techniques to draw their attention, it delays their reaction to what you're actually trying to hit them with. So guys, those are 2 things you can do to practice the speed of your kick. One is, of course, just setting yourself and trying to work that technique and eliminating all of your tells. And 2 is practicing and creating setups for yourself and programming your body to have things that you can work a kick off with ultimate speed. Get it practicing, and I'll see you on the next one.